think so. I think so. Hello everyone, if you've just tuned in. I'm going to check the chat sporadically. I actually don't know how much time I've got left in me sitting here making models, but you know, while we're doing it, might as well say hello. I'm a bit annoyed that I've been doing it most of the latter half of today, but I haven't thought to actually stream it. Have I missed a model there? I feel like I have. Oh no. No. Okay, so that guy's done. Right. Yeah, just building some Seraphons. Got to remember to look up and actually check chat. I need 73. Where is 73? There it is. I've got a paint scheme in mind as well. There we go. And I need 74. That's handy. No, of course it's not next to it. Why would it be next to it? Oh, someone just liked the stream. Thank you very much. Hello, Daniel BG. How are you? Oh, bugger. I just dropped a piece on the carpet. That's the worst thing that can happen. And I need 72 as well. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I thought so. So I'm finally taking the plunge. For those of you that don't know, maybe you're watching this later, maybe you're catching up. I used to host D&D at my house every week. We played through 2 full campaigns. One was called The Shadows of Westridge, which was ultimately a campaign about a benevolent spirit that needed to be re-banished because it was spending all of its time on this mortal plane in turmoil and torment, reanimating the dead. And it transpired not for really any nefarious purpose, but mainly because it was lonely. And then we played through another shorter campaign, which I won't get into because the theme was quite adult, but it was a cool campaign. But we're starting again. And yeah, it should be starting on Tuesday. And I'm just wondering, in fact, let me just turn the chat on here. Yeah, we're starting again, hopefully Tuesday. Like I said, a face-to-face campaign. The YouTube / Discord server campaign has no official start date yet because I just genuinely, to be honest with you, I haven't vetted anyone that's applied. Yeah, so this campaign, I'm thinking of setting it in a jungle. And I had a box, like a box of the old Start Collecting Seraphons. Oh, good night. See you later, Daniel. Appreciate it. Yeah, I had a box of the old Seraphons on a shelf. So I went to my local hobby store today and I purchased another box of the new Seraphons. And yeah, I'm thinking this campaign will be set in a jungle, is what I'm thinking. Always like to dry fit my models first, just to make sure they do indeed match up, and it looks like that's a rough match. I always forget how, I need a lighter, my glue's jammed. Yeah, I always forget how, well that is, don't try that at home kids. I think I just accidentally made a flamethrower. Come on, is there any glue in there? Yes, there is. Lovely. Yeah, so I'm thinking about setting this campaign in a jungle setting, which I think would be very cool and a drastic change of pace to what I usually go for, which is usually some sort of undead catastrophe happening to the town. Okay, that's where I want it. Cool. I apologize if I don't get a lot of this on camera, but I'm really not used to working around a tripod. There we go. Now there's bits of black fluff floating around where I've burnt a load of polystyrene glue off of my glue nozzle. which again would not recommend. Please don't try that at home. But the new Saurus Warriors, in comparison to the old ones, are pretty cool. So look, here's a new one. Very, upscaled, detailed, beautiful, tactical rock, the whole shebang. And you compare him to one of the old ones, and even if I get one of the more flamboyant old ones, bearing in mind he hasn't had his shield glued on because that would prohibit painting. Yeah, much different. So yeah, because I'm doing a jungle theme, I've even gone to the extreme of getting some twigs out of my garden, baking the crap out of them for a couple of hours to kill any germs as jungle scatter. And if I show you the big Saurus boss thing, and I don't know the names of these things because I don't play Age of Sigmar, I play D&D. Yeah, I think the base is going to look pretty cool on there. I'm going to get some leaf scatter. I've used some texture paste just to build up a couple of mounds, just to give it some vertical interest. All right, anyways, I'm getting distracted. I need A28 and A32. That's that little stubby arm there. There we go. It's 28. Where is 32? I really do enjoy the fact that there's a lot more on Games Workshop frames these days. It kind of takes the sting out of the high price a little bit because of the amount of value, and the quality of the sculpts is just so much better on anything that's particularly new. I hate that none of the parts are in number order. 32, 32, 32, 32, where are you? And then you got to go back and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's a shield arm. That's 7, that's 9, 67. 43, 40. So it might not even be on that frame, that's the problem. 32, where are you? That's 23, I was looking at that upside down. There you can see, it wasn't even on the same frame. There we are. I mean, there was a simplicity, like a beautiful simplicity to the older stuff, because it was just, 5 bodies, 5 heads, 5 sets of legs, 5 weapon arms, 5 backpacks, 5 shields, whatever it might be. You just chipped them all off and then customized them yourself, and everything kind of fit everything. But these new GW models, it's kind of, well, goes together one way. So you've got to kind of follow the instructions a little bit. And obviously by a little bit, I mean perfectly. Now I think I'm going to do my Saurus guys, my Saurus warriors, as spearmen. No, I'm going to do these ones as swordsmen because the other ones were spearmen. And because I'm doing this for D&D, that will, excuse me, that will give me some variance and allow me to do different stuff. Why won't that fit in there? Does it fit in there? Should fit in there. There's a gap. Don't like gaps. Sorry, I've got to look at this a little bit closer and see what I've cocked up here. I think I've misaligned this body slightly. Sorry, I've got to do some quick repair before the glue sets. At least you get a decent bit of working time with this glue. Just cocked it up again. Whoops. There we go. That's somewhat better. That's somewhat better, which should mean that fits a lot better. That is possibly the worst work I've ever done of any model ever. But hopefully nothing a bit of sprue goo can't fix. Sorry, I realise I'm doing this bit off camera. I'm very apologetic about that. I just want to make sure that does solidify. Oh, I just threw it on the floor. Brilliant. This is like the worst live stream in the history of live streams. Chilled night of listening to Ollie paint. Right, I think that's probably as good as I'm going to get. I've cocked up a couple of joins there. Yeah, sorry about that. No, that's still quite terrible, even for Ollie's standards, which are admittedly incredibly low. Can I turn my light on while I'm streaming? Is that a thing? Can I turn on my... Oh, no, I can't. Okay, well, that is a bit annoying. Oh, well. This is all going incredibly badly wrong. There we go. That's a little better. Still a gap there at the top. Hopefully we can fix that. Is there a gap going down the back? I mean, there is quite a substantial gap going down the back. I wonder if we can just tickle in. There we are. Right, and the real proof in the pudding will be if that other arm fits without any serious visible gaps. Oh God, I've got glue all over it now. This is going to be a terrible model. This sometimes happens. Okay, there's a couple of small gaps in there actually. I might have to green stuff them up. No, I can't do that. I can't bring myself to do that. Let's just pull the whole thing apart and start again. Right, okay. So, is it just because this piece isn't seated correctly? There we are. I've had a perfect run today of building a lot of different Seraphon models. And none of them have gone as tits up as this one seems to have gone the first time I turn on the camera, but I suppose that is the way things be. I think I've kind of got it mostly there. Yeah, that's better. Hang on, I've just got to get a closer look at this because there is a bit of a gap forming. I need to see that arm. It does just come off at a 90 degree angle. Let's just fill that with glue. That might be a, yeah, I might have cocked that up so bad it's a green stuff repair jobby. I think that's true of that. You see this, like, I'm just gonna, so let me just try and get it into focus. See that gap there is the problem. That's the thing that's bugging me. Oh well, that's my own terrible building. We're gonna go for the standard bearer on this one because it looks cool as fuck. A34. So I think that's on the big frame. So A34 is just the pole, right? Yeah, where is it? It should be obvious. Oh, there it is. Got it. I found it. There's that. And then I need, oh, I've got a choice, 35 or 36. I'm gonna go 35, it looks cooler. So yeah, I don't know what people think of a D&D in the jungle type situation, but I'm hoping it'll be fun. Really hoping I can throw in some interesting challenges like characters getting trench foot and disease and managing that kind of things, and poisonous insects and frogs and snakes, and obviously got to think of a backstory and a conflict for the lizard folk and the regular folk. Cool. Is that that? That's good. Is that a part of the model or is that a connection point? I think that's a connection point. Yeah, this will be the first time I've painted a what I would call a quote-unquote soft army. So something that's not like a big flat model like a Space Marine, Legion, or Stormcasts or the like. Anyways, that's that. Let's get this geezer's arm on. Oh, is that why? Do I need to just tip it? Oh man, I think I've just fixed it, you know, just by tipping that arm. I think it needs to tip even more. Sorry, this is going to take me a second to fix. Yeah, I'm really having a terrible time of this. Just